Hey guys, we're in day 169 in our Bible reading plan, 2 Samuel 19 through 21 and Proverbs 4, the second half. Listen, today's reading a lot. It's like a movie, honestly. I tried to kind of think through the big idea to help guide our thoughts, and it's this: hanging on to the past in regret is dangerous, but looking to the past with God's eyes is wisdom and leads to healing. All right. David has a risk of getting stuck in the past. He knows his mess. He knows the mess of his family. And so the story in chapter 19 of 2 Samuel is that he's mourning the loss of his son, so much so that the people who come back rejoicing for winning the war are now like taken aback and are like, I guess we should mourn. And Joab rebukes the king, and what he speaks is true, but he does it in a way that is not respectful. But he basically tells him, get up, change your attitude, tough love. Some of you practice that better than others. And so the king shakes it off and goes and sits in the court. And so life resumes. Almost, we're going to see that it's the people of Judah that are going to be skeptical of the king, but the people of Israel will come back, but at a cost. So maybe David was annoyed with Joab, but he puts in chapter 19, of all things, Amasa, the head of the army of his Ishbosheth, who was just, or of Absalom. He just puts the head of Absalom's army as his head of army. So he removes Joab and puts Amasa. So not a great idea, but anyway, he does that. And so in the remainder of chapter 19, he forgives all of the people who are against him, which shows, again, the heart of David that's willing to trust God for the difficulties in his life. And he doesn't blame people, he just forgives. And I love the aspect with Mephibosheth, remember the son of Jonathan, because Mephibosheth was lied about. He wasn't even, like, his servant lied. And so David's like, I'm sorry, I've already committed. Mephibosheth's like, I didn't leave. And David's like, I've already given half your stuff to, or all of your inheritance to your servant. And Mephibosheth's like, I don't even need it. I want you. And what a picture of God's, our relationship with God and how it should be. I just really am moved by this man. In chapter 20, there's a uprising from the people of Judah. And basically, Joab kills Amasa, and then they go after Sheba, and there's going to be a big civil war. But this woman comes up and speaks to the people, and basically the wisdom of this woman stops the war. And Joab and everyone's like, yep, you're right, we shouldn't go this way, we know better. And then you get to chapter 21, and there's a famine. And it's interesting because, God, there's decisions we make, and we have to, look back and make restitution. And so there had been a season when Saul mistreated the Gibeonites, but God had made a vow to the Gibeonites through the people of Israel, or the people of Israel had made a vow that in the name of the Lord, remember back in the days of Joshua, that they would not hurt him. And so they had done wrong by them. And so David sought the Lord, and he found out the reason for the famine, and he goes to the Gibeonites, and they want 7 of the sons of Saul. And he does give them, but he spares Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan. Why? Because he's true to his covenant. And David, imperfect as he is, shows us that a king is true to his covenant. And Christ, perfect as he is true to the covenant of keeping us alive. So always look to Christ as you read scripture. That's the point of it. So look to the past with wisdom. Don't hang on to it. Let it teach you. And then look to the future, hanging on to the God's promises that never will fail you. And the famine will lift in your life as well. Love you guys.